Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how do you graph an equation that's given to you in point slope form, so similar to this problem you see up on the screen. Just a reminder, this is the short version of this lesson, so we're going to go pretty quickly just through the main points. If you want a longer full length lesson where we go step by step with a bunch of examples, I will link that in the description below. Before attempting this lesson, you should already be familiar with point slope form, with rise over run, with graphing, and with the distributive property. If you'd like refreshers on any of those concepts, I will link those in the description below. So we have our problem here. It says graph. Okay. It says graph. And so we should already be familiar with point slope form. And so we should be able to say, okay, the slope is 3. And remember, we can think of it as 3 over 1, because that you want to think of it as rise over run. And our coordinate is -9, 4. And so if we were to graph, -9, 4 is here. And then again, rise over run. So we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Here's our second dot. We connect them, and done. Okay? So it's given to you in point slope form. It's called point slope because you should be able to look at it and say, oh, there's a point, there's the slope. Now for this one, I put this picture of a guy in camouflage here because this looks a little different, but it is in point slope form. It's camouflaged, all right? So if you look at, some stuff has stayed the same, right? There's still a y. Then they have, the slope, and they have the parentheses, yada, yada, yada. But what they don't have is they're missing a number right here, right? What is this number? Well, the answer to that question is it's a 0, okay? And they don't put the 0 in because y minus 0, y plus 0 is just y. So they don't, it's kind of silly to put it in, all right? So now when you look at this, okay, then it should be pretty straightforward. The slope is 1/3, and my coordinates are 30, 0. So 30, 0 is here. We go up 1 over 3, up 1, 1, 2, 3 here, and connect. All right, so even if it's camouflage or disguised, make sure you can recognize that it's still point slope form. Oh, not yet. And here we have another version of the camouflage, okay? So again, let's put in what we know. And what you'll notice is missing here is where is the slope and where are the parentheses, okay? Well, what happened was the original looked like this. And then they distributed the 1, and that's how they end up with the original problem, right? So all they did was distribute the 1. And so what they're saying here is that, when the slope is 1, we just distributed it, and it gave us, 1 times anything is 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 10 is 10, 1 times x plus 3 is x plus 3, right? So they didn't feel like, they felt like, again, it was redundant. So, or it was, why put it? And so now when it's in this form right here, we should have no problem saying, all right, the slope is 1. My coordinate is -3, 6. -3, 6 is here. Slope is 1. Boom. Okay? So again, don't get messed up by the camouflage. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 3 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, you should have gotten a slope of 1/4 and a point of -4, -7, and here's your graph. For the second problem, you should have said your slope was 1, your coordinate was -10, -3, so here's your graph. And for the last problem, this problem kind of had a double camouflage, meaning what I did is at the top here, let me box it here. Okay, this is the original point slope form. And what they did is they distributed the 3/4, and then that left them with 0. And so that's how they ended up with, the original problem. And so slope is 3/4, your coordinate is 0, -30. Here is the graph. And that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.